This is kind of funny, looking at myself again. But if I squeak, I am sorry. I don't know if anybody's gonna show up. Ooh, to my wrist there. But I am deleting data. So that is what I am doing. And I thought I will chat with anybody who wants to talk to me, because trying to get back on YouTube has been difficult. So there's that. I don't expect anybody to be on, but it would be nice to at least chat with one person. One person. Oh my gosh, you can see those two fake teeth right there. Look at that. Well, not fake, but crowns. Man, look at that. Age. It just gets the best of you, doesn't it? Anyways, let's see. Hopefully this isn't on private. Is it on private? I see a person, unless that's me talking to myself. Who knows? But, yeah, for that one person that I now see in the chat. Hey, it's Brian. Hey. Hey, guys. All right, Margaret. Hi. Aqua, hello there. Well, if anybody wants to ask me anything, please do, because I've been gone for a very long time. And I am just an open book right now. You can ask me anything. I am a down-to-earth type of person that has no bullshittery here. All right. I am going through some old photos because my desktop was corrupt, so a lot of the photos were unfortunately had to be deleted. And I'm going through my cloud data. And what really prompted me to want to go live was a bunch of bullshit comments that I screenshotted for some fucking reason. And it just made me feel like a lesser being, even though these people obviously don't know me, and or people just are so unreasonable. I mean, I guess I can call them kind of stupid, but at the same time, I don't want to say that about everyone, because not everyone's like that. But there's just been a lot of stuff over the years that people don't understand how one person may feel if you are talking about it. Also, I want to talk about the rescue. I want to mainly talk about the rescue because that's what this channel has evolved from. I went from early on cringe, young teenager adult content with dyeing my hair and stuff to then, what did I go to? I was a gaming channel a little bit. And then what did I go to? It was mainly hair. Goodwill. I did some Goodwill videos, which was really fun. By the way, when the Goodwill was affordable. And then I went to animal content because there wasn't a whole lot of small animal rescues, and I was rescuing animals. So I will answer each and every one of your questions when I see them. And don't mind me, I'm going to be in the background trying my best to move data around, delete stuff. So once it gets kind of dry, when you guys aren't asking me stuff, then that is what I'm going to be doing. So, let's get started, shall we? Did you get anything recovered? Ryan, unfortunately, very small percentage of things I got recovered from my computer. And because of that, and because of how much data I had on my computer when everything got corrupt, which this was a year ago where everything got corrupt, it still has taken me this long to really try to sit down and go through stuff. So right now, just pulling stuff out of the cloud because I didn't put it on the hard drive, and thank God I did not do that. So, how many rescues have helped since we last heard from you? Oh, have I helped since you last heard from me? Zip. Zero. I have not rescued. Basically, right now we are in more of a sanctuary state. Animals are passing away like crazy, and they're mainly all from the, actually, that's all I have left. It's just from the 56 hoarder rescue intake. All of them are just kind of the sole survivors of that rescue. Some got adopted, but the majority of them passed away at the rescue. So it was hit after hit after hit after hit with so many. So, ooh, why is my nose itchy all of a sudden? Sorry. Do you see this? Anyways, so unfortunately, not rescued at all. I've switched so many jobs at this point that, like, I thought to myself, I need to not rescue right now. And then just hit after hit after hit kept happening with personal stuff in my life. including loss of one of our loved ones and having our family go through that mourning process all over again. And yeah, I just don't want to get into that. You guys know me in my past, when I lost my uncle. That was the hardest thing. So yeah, it's hard. Okay, no problem. Hi, Munchie. Watching you from Lancashire. Sorry, you have to see my wrinkles. Lancashire in the UK. It's 5:30 in the morning here. Top of the morning to you, lassie. Lassie, right, Susan? Yes. Okay. Poor things. Yeah, it was hard when it comes to rescuing. A lot of people don't understand the amount of emotional stake you have with these animals, even if they don't end up being a personal animal. When I say personal animal, I mean personalized. Like they become very personable. Like they have their own personality and they have a bond with you. It's one of those types of situations where some of them did bond, others did not. It got hit harder than others. Like Bluey, when Bluey passed away, if anybody remembers Bluey, that hit me like a rock. And then when who was it? Who did I just mourn for so much? I was like on the floor bawling and crying. Like my partner was like at the same time concerned, but at the same time was telling me to calm down because I became super fucking hysterical. But hey, that's the hard part, is that sometimes you are very hysterical because different moments of your life impact you differently. So when Kashui passed away, which was one of the most recent ones, I really love Kashui a lot. And unfortunately, when he passed away, I thought that I would just be bawling. No, I'm pretty numb at this point. But that one time when just hit after hit happened, yeah, that was not fun. I have a golden girl who prairie dog stands up and scans the area from side to side. Any ideas why she does this? So basically, they are prey animals. So much like the meerkat or prairie dogs, they will do this too. They are watching, because even though they don't have good eyesight, if you are in the sun, or if you see any sort of light, they can see a little bit. It doesn't necessarily mean that that's what they're focused on. They also are using their scent at the same time. So you might see them standing straight up, but they're also going to be twitching their nose or just listening. And sometimes when they do that too, if you have more than one hamster in the room, sometimes they'll squeak as they're doing that. They'll run from side to side, squeak, run side from side. That happens a lot when we have males and females mixed together at the rescue. And when I say mixed together, I do not mean in the same cages, because gosh damn, I do not like having so many hamsters. That's so hard to manage. I was able to manage it at one point, not anymore. It is just too overwhelming to manage such a large scale by yourself or with a small handful of volunteers and a small handful of funds too, especially when I'm not advertising socially that we are active, because it's just been weighing heavily on me what people have said in the past, which really sucks, because there is times when like I don't want to just drown out and cry for help all the time, even though that's what rescues do. They're like, hey, we're getting low on funds, or hey, we're getting low on supplies, can anybody pitch in? But there was one comment that just at the back of my mind keeps coming up, and it just really sucks because it's just your 501c3 status and you can be tax exempt and people can donate and still get tax exempt, still get it taken up on taxes. But for whatever reason, it just bothers me. It bothers me to my core because it's something that happened to me in the past when all I was trying to do was to take care of myself back then. So I was on YouTube, and I remember I would make a video saying, hey guys, so I'm selling some of my stuff. If anybody is interested, let me know. Just so I can make a little bit of money. And that was back then before I was ever monetized. I remember doing that, and I just got shamed so hardcore for just in between my videos asking if anybody would like to buy anything, if they're interested in something, so they can just help me out. And I got shamed for that. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that kind of crazy? On your own channel, you get shamed for it. I mean, back then it was kind of hard finding people. So I guess randomly, when someone feeds something so random, of course people are going to become trolls, Rin! Oh, have I been calling you Ryan? I'm so sorry, Rin. Oh my god. I feel like such a stupid head. See, I can say that about myself. If someone says I'm stupid, that's not very nice. But if I say it to myself, that's fine because I'm not hurting anybody else. All right. So, Ran, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, did I say that? I'm so ashamed. I'm sorry. Yes, rescue takes a toll emotionally. Yes. And in September, it is Suicide Awareness Month. So, there's that too. A lot of rescue animal related and or just vet related people. Um, it emotionally takes a toll. So just remember those that take care of your animals or have done good in the lives of animals. Please watch their backs, all right? It is a very scary place for people like me and like others. I will be lying if I said I didn't contemplate suicide at one point of my life. And it's not really something to be ashamed of either, even though it sucks that you have to think it. There's always times when I screen went dark. Look at my dark circles. Look at the. Look at them. Anyways, there's just the light at the end of the tunnel. Like I always held out hope. So not always in the best place, but I'm in my 30s now, and I can tell you when I was in my teens, it felt like everything was just disastrous, and it wasn't great. But it can get better if you make it better. You can get away from certain people. Not necessarily all the time, and it might take some learning, but you will be able to move on from negative situations if you feel stuck. But there are some situations where you can't escape it, and it's really scary. So please take care of yourselves out there. Please try to get help, and please try to see the signs. Any signs, all right? Just try. Just think. Anyways, let me scroll back up. I didn't realize everybody wanted to chat tonight. This is wonderful. I remember watching the live stream where we named Bluey. Yes, Margaret. I remember doing the live stream with you guys too. That was a year ago. Isn't that crazy? A freaking year ago. I hope you keep the dog you found in the desert. Yes, her name is Serafina. Fina for short. She is downstairs right now, apparently. I would like to keep her. However, my partner does not like her. She is way too much for us. Well, at least for him. For me, not too much. I feel like I'm more of the animal keeper, and he is more of the I'm just here to give love, comfort, and affection. So there's that. But right now, it looks like I am keeping her, but he wants to still rehome her. I do guinea pig rescue, and it takes a lot out of you, and sometimes you can't afford to do it anymore, mostly because of vets. So, Rin, yes, for guinea pigs, I know Lala's rescue has nothing but guinea pigs left, and guinea pigs here in the state of Washington don't ever get adopted. And you want to know why? The number one cause is because people want to keep one. Or the other cause is when people want to go to a pet store before ever thinking of adoption because they think that there is nowhere around here that has guinea pigs. Every rescue that takes in small critters around here has guinea pigs. The animal shelters have guinea pigs. Now, the animal shelters aren't as regulated when it comes to giving away these guinea pigs because they just want them going to a good home. They're not going to be like, hey, we're going to deny you because you don't have the correct setup. So when guinea pigs come into actual, like, private funded, like, donation based rescues that specialize in those animals, obviously, when people try to go through the adoption process and they don't have the right setup, but they're going to get declined because the rescue cares a lot about the animal's well-being and where they go to. So that's the same for us here at Munchie's Place. We try to make it so that people's personal requirements for adopting from us are set very high. Whereas the rescues, like I was telling you guys, when we had that 56 plus intake, and we had more than 56 at the rescue at the time because we had previous rescues before then, that we will try our best to fit them all within, the minimum requirements, even if it had to be minimum. And that's not personal care, that is just making sure that they have somewhere to go other than just running through someone's house or in the floorboards or in the walls where it's non-livable because this hoarding situation got out of hand. So there's that. You are smart. No, you're smart. I'm so happy to see you. Oh, thank you. I have depression and animals help a ton. Helping them helped me. And what I'll say about depression too, and doesn't necessarily mean you, Rin, but I want people to remember that if you get an animal, you make sure that you can take care of the animal. I know of several people who get an animal because they're like, oh, animal can cure depression. But if you can't take care of yourself, that doesn't necessarily mean all the time that an animal can make you better if you can't take care of it either. So just remember that, guys. Even if animals can help, make sure you are taking care of those animals. So, but yes, animals can definitely make a difference in our lives for the positive. If we didn't have the internet and you were just surrounded every day by animals and not have to worry about a negative, god awful comment ever again, then so be it. It would probably be for the best, huh? Like not have to listen to a thing someone says about you that has no idea and or is just rage baiting you, which I want you guys to hold on. I need to transfer all these over. I said that I was going to transfer files, and yet look at me looking at myself, looking at your comments. Going to talk to you guys. But someone tried to rage bait me that just was awful. You guys know me. You know me a lot. I hate people like this. But I will tell you here in a little bit once my files are done copying over, because I got 3 monitors right here. So like here, here, and here. But one of the screens has to clear out first before I can start clicking things. So I'm just gonna catch up, but then I'll come back to what I was saying. Oh, good advice. Well, people have no idea how much work guinea pigs are. Also, not a cheap animal. Definitely not, especially with the hay and the cleaning upkeep. Guinea pigs, I would not recommend to people who do not want a lot to clean. If they just want a simple animal at this point feels more like a cat. As bad as that sounds, like no animal should be considered simple, but out of all of the animals I've ever taken care of, both when I used to work at a pet store and didn't physically own the animal, but had to take care of it in a pet store, knowing their care that goes into keeping the animal outside of the pet store versus the animals that I kept at home, cats are like the easiest. Yeah. Even though there are some that have medical cases, and if you don't understand that cats need a high, like, moisture diet, they can have a lot of health development issues. Um, so, like kidney disease and liver disease, all stems from people just feeding their cats only dry kibble, and that is bad. So, oh, and UTIs, they're very prone for that. So, yeah, there's that too. So let me just quickly try my best to delete what I just downloaded because I don't want any of this on the computer. And I have to go back and delete all of my February stuff. So let me just quickly make sure I'm doing that before I jump ship here. But let's see. Any advice for females or hamster scratching and chewing at carpet? Oh my god. Brian. The one thing is you can't stop it. If you're free roaming, the best you can do is put down those little mats to prevent the carpet from ever seeing the hamster. And when I say mats, I guess the thing to put down would be like, it's plastic. It's like one of those chair, oh god, what's it called? I don't know. Do you guys understand what I'm trying to say? What are they called? It's a thing that is underneath your chair at a computer when you're on carpet. That way it can make the chair roll easier. I forgot what they're called. I feel like if something like that was like sitting on top of your carpet, your hamster won't chew it. But guess what, guys? Our carpet here has been destroyed because of escaped hamsters. And just without me realizing they escaped, they chewed through the carpet. That's the first freaking time in my life of rescuing hamsters at this day and age, which it's 8 years since rescuing. Holy moly, isn't that crazy? I think it's 8 years. No, wait, 2018, 17, 16, 15, 14. Never mind. 6 years? 7? 6? I don't remember now. When did I freaking start? Anyways, this is the first time that they chewed through my carpet. And it was two hamsters that did that. Yeah, it was crazy. I was so confused as to why they did that. Unfortunately, they comment to get a reaction. You have to not react, which is hard, and is why I don't have a channel or for the rescue. Yeah, so when I have any comments that I kind of just want to talk to you guys about, I feel like you guys understand. Whereas if I'm preaching to the choir, it's for anyone to see. So in this situation, I feel like if I just say to you guys without having to make a gosh damn like whole video about it, where I could just talk to you one on one about how I feel, it feels nice. It feels like I can like get a counseling session out, because talking about this with others and then having what you guys think about it back be said back to me will then make my brain go, okay, you can chill, don't let them live rent free in your mind, as my partner likes to say. So sometimes it's just hard that way. So once you get it off your chest, you're like, oh my gosh, the weight is lifted off. So that's why I recommend talking to friends or counselors, but make sure not to get too carried away, just because I tend to get carried away sometimes. But let me just delete some stuff here. I'm currently, if anybody's wondering what date I'm on, I'm in February 2022. Crazy. I have yet to take this off of the cloud and put it on my hard drive, but thank God I didn't. This was the year that I was physically unwell, losing weight, not able to keep down any food, and was my most skinniest yet. And I thought I was going to die. It was scary shit. So if anybody remembers that time in my life and why that happened, guess what, guys? It was due to a heightened anxiety disorder where I was not producing any serotonin in my gut, which then took a huge toll on my gut and made it so I wasn't absorbing any nutrients. I wasn't able to keep down any food. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Oh my gosh. And my doctor's a naturopath. So when she put me on antidepressants that actually fixed my problem, she's like, oh my gosh, this is the first time I actually have seen this save someone's life, pretty much. And I thought, wow, that is crazy. So let's see. I'm going to scroll up. Only corners or doors. I spot clean multiple times a day, and then a full cage clean every 3 days. They are pooping machines. Yes, guinea pigs are. Oh, and they are not for the faint-hearted either. Like, having cleaned up my foster guinea pigs at the time back in 2020 and 2021, I do not want to keep guinea pigs again. They take up so much room. If you are a single-person household and you love just caring for bigger mammals other than a hamster and a gerbil and a mouse and a rat, guinea pigs might be for you. But you really have to be committed, and you got to make sure that you have the space for it. So, but they are a lot of fun, and in the UK, people have their own guinea pig sheds because the weather, I guess, permits them for being outside, especially if they have like a controlled climate and or a controlled shed where they just thrive. It's incredible, and they breed like crazy. Female guinea pigs, if you are unaware, if you breed a female guinea pig, it actually puts so much strain and pressure on their body that it can actually shorten their life expectancy. So it's not really advised to be breeding guinea pigs. But hey, you know, people do it anyways. But like for guinea pigs, I just feel really bad because when they're so young, it's very hard to sex them. So, like, gender identify them. And so sometimes people mix up two of the opposite like genders, and then they just unfortunately breed. And I remember when I worked at a pet store that one time we got in a guinea pig, and it wasn't being kept with anyone else, but it was very small, very young. And then about a month or 2 months later, because it does take a while for them to give birth, um, they had only one guinea pig, even though they can have upwards of, what is it? The average is three, I think. Don't quote me on this. It's been a while. And so this poor single mama that is very young only had one guinea pig. So I felt really bad because it just, that's what breeding mills do in the United States. They cut corners and they're stupid. And they don't care about the animal. Anyways, I just deep cleaned 10 enclosures. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry someone upset you. You're one of my comfort channels. Oh, RJ, thank you. And your energy and love for the animals is so wonderful and contagious. See, that's what I want. That's why I started YouTube. It's because I wanted to connect with people. That's why I made stupid teenage content back then and hair tutorials and silly, hey, look at my personality. What about you guys? Things like that. And then it just kind of evolved into animals because I have a really high passion for animals and well-being and stuff. So that's why. But there are some people out there that just assume the worst. I remember seeing the comment here about someone saying that um, it wasn't doing it for attention, but what was it say? Oh, yeah, sandpaper dildo. They said I had the personality of a sandpaper dildo. Ooh, nice insult from what, 2012? Yikes. Yeah, I know, right? So that just made me feel awful because it's like, lady, do you not understand that I'm on the other side? Like, hello. It's nice to meet you too. Oh, you want to make friends? Cool. That's not one way of doing it. Mm-mm, not at all. And I can call them a bitch if I want to. And there was another comment that I read that I've deleted because some comments I keep because I feel like I can re-talk about this topic to people in the future because I'm sure that a lot of people that are going to turn into YouTubers or have pet channels right now or just doing this for the hobby and they might experience something that I've experienced. So this is just good to kind of talk about but not take too much like don't think too much about it because I used to take things very personal before I got on my medication, which thankfully I was more relaxed. I wasn't so heightened, and I could physically see and mentally see, and I'm like, people. But someone, where was I going with this? What did someone say? Oh no, relatable. She forgets just like us. But yeah, I kept a comment, and it was talking about something, and it just, I can't remember now. I was going with something. I'm sure I saved it because I wanted to bring it up, but in a very like lighthearted, well, not lighthearted, in just a casual conversation about shit I have dealt with. Anyways, plus you guys like the tea, right? Especially if it doesn't hurt someone, then tea is fine, all right? But if someone has been an asshole to you, you're okay to be an asshole back. And if they make it public to be an asshole to said me, then I can make it public just right back. I don't have to blur anyone's name if they're openly making, I wouldn't say a mockery of me, but if they're openly harassing me, I'm getting sassy now. I'm getting sassy. So some of these things I don't even blur. But at the same time, like I don't want to make a video, but I like to talk about it. So here we go. I have 6 cats, and some of them react poorly to fish-based wet foods, which has made it hard to give wet food to 4 out of 6 cats. You don't know how many times I've heard of people say that in a pet store, Margaret, when I used to work at a pet store, and I worked at several of them. And yes, even one of my cats, Dottie, she could not have any fish-related food, only chicken. It's crazy because usually it's chicken that causes reactions and doesn't do very well dietary wise, messes up their systems. But for a cat to just be allergic to everything but chicken, or intolerant, I shouldn't say allergic, it's just an intolerance to everything else because they were so sensitive. Just like me and my sensitive skin. She knows she is being bad. She looks right at me, then she goes right back to chewing. Oh my gosh, I love hamsters that do that. So we're talking about Brian's hamster that chews on the floor everywhere. And so I've had hamsters like that, where when I catch them outside of their enclosure, which has happened, and I've literally taken guilty photos of them, then I'm like, aha, I caught you. And then you see their face. And then they just run away. And I'm like, what are you doing? Come back here. Anyways, scrolling down. That hamster is a troll. Yes, like many of them are. Hamster trolls. Can't stay, but it's been a blessing to see you live. I send good energy your way when I see your ham guineas. It's so awesome to see everyone in chat. Thank you, everyone, for supporting Munchie. Cheers. Cheers. See you next time. Yay. Yeah, sorry, I said yay when it wasn't a yay. They are in a 6x3 CNC cage. It's huge. That's nice. Nice setup. Saskia adds, LA Guinea Pig Rescue has seen up to 8 from one mama. That's right. So I still follow Saskia. It's been a while. I don't really see any pet-related content anymore because I'm surrounded by pets, so I'm not really seeking pet-related content. So basically, it's like if you work at a pet store and you have pets at home, it gets a little overwhelming, and it does. That's all you are. That's your personality. It's work, home, your life. Oh, and you have an animal rescue too. So it got really repetitive. But yeah, I used to watch her a lot, and Scott too. And Scott actually helped us with getting some hamsters up from California, which it ended very poorly. But at the same time, we tried to save them. So that's the sad part. You're so cute. Oh, thank you, Jessica. You're cute too, fellow Jessica. Yeah. I don't know why I'm doing finger guns at you. But yes, hello, fellow Jessica. You're probably also a millennial, right? Because I feel like at the time I was born, there was at least 27,000 other Jessicas born as well. It's like top four most popular name for the year I was born, and it kept up until a certain point. Anyways, 10-year-old energy comment from that one. Lol. Oh, yes, Rin, the one that I was trying to talk to you about. The one that did the stupid cringe. I will find it here. Give me 1 second. And then Dumb Stuff says Free Palestine. Are any of the animals at the rescue homophobic? That is the weirdest question. Animals, I don't want to lie. I kind of want to look this up. Are animals homophobic? I'm very curious. I don't want to lie. There's no homophobia in the animal kingdom. Can animals be homophobic? New science on same-sex behavior in wildlife. Plenty of animals have gay sex. Sorry. Sorry, children who watch my channel. Oh, that's right. That was the comment that I was going to bring up. Someone literally told me that I am not supposed to say certain stuff on my own channel, that clearly I have a disclaimer warning in my About Me section on my channel that says you shouldn't be talking about this because kids are watching. Kids, do you realize that you hear the F word, the H word, all these terrible words before you even enter middle school? Because you're on the internet. And you're probably on the internet that's made for everyone, which technically it's not supposed to be made for everyone, but it's made for everyone. You guys will learn stuff, so it's best if your parents can teach you what those are. When I found out what the middle finger was, my mom just never wanted to enlighten me. She would shame me, and I didn't understand. So if anybody out there that's listening to me right now has kids in the future, make sure that if they do something that's inappropriate, let them know why it's inappropriate. Not just be like, oh my God, no, Jeffrey, why did you do that? Why did you do that, Jeffrey? Sorry, Jeffrey, your mother just shamed you when you didn't know any better. There has been parents that have been absolutely assholes to their kids. I was just at Wendy's the other day, and there's these kids trying to find a table, and when they were trying to choose a table, the stupid grandma that looked just like mom, so I couldn't tell who they were at first until I realized, that's who. Not so pleasant people. They were screaming, sit down right now, pick a table, These kids are so innocent and so sweet. So the oldest, which his face just went pure white, when his brother, which was much younger, was saying, Nana, we're trying to find a table. He was just being really sweet. And they sent their own kids off to go find a table and get upset that they haven't picked a table. It's like, lady, they're not harming anyone. Chill. And then when food was served to them, as I was just waiting, because I don't eat inside. I used to a lot, but I don't anymore. Although I like eating inside. I just feel like if you just let time slow down, it's more pleasant, But I have no time for that, so that's why I have to take it out. But anyways, so they got their food, and so when the kids saw that their parents got the food, they went over to the parents. And you want to know what the grandmother did? They're like, you better sit down right now. It's like, why can't they just come up to you and are excited and happy that food has arrived? It's like, You shouldn't have kids if you're that much. Oh, but Munchie, they might be super stressed. They might, their kids might be awful. But in the public when everybody, not just me, everybody else is like, what is wrong with you? What is happening? It's just, no, no, just take a step back, breathe, calm down. Your kids are just happy to see you, and they weren't making a commotion. They just literally walked right up to him and got slammed and shamed by the grandmother who I just gave a stinking look to because I was displeased at this point. Sometimes I actually do stand up to people that like need to be stood up to. And there's times when I just have to give a look because I don't want to get involved. It's not worth it. But that really pissed me off. I don't have kids of my own, all right? I don't think I can ever afford kids of my own. I would like to have a child, but at this point, I am more of that cool aunt, or cool cousin, or cool whoever, cool teacher, cool someone, cool mentor. There we go. I'm a mentor figure, um, where I feel like I'm not having any kids of my own, but I adopt kids, they like me. Like I lived with someone that her daughter grew up alongside me, and when she became of age to have a cell phone, because I think she was 7 at the time when I first got to know her. I think she's 13 now. I don't remember, but she has a cell phone now, and she wanted my number. And I gave it to her grandma, and she just sends me pictures saying, "Hey, look at what I did to my hair," and it's so cute. It's so cute. That's like the connection I want, And I hope that other people out there are just as happy and comforting and excited for kids to learn and express themselves, figure stuff out on their own, or ask for help. And you be that type of guidance. That's why I'm on YouTube making freaking animal content. I want to be a guide to you guys while also expressing myself. Is that so hard to ask for? I don't know. Some people just don't like it. Well, I hope you guys like me going off there. But let me just play catch up right. Whoa! Fitz! Hey you! Hey you! Hi Fitz! Hello there! Thank you for the $2 donation. That is so sweet. I'm just here to chat with you guys, and I'm being thrown money at my screen. Thank you. Ow! Ow! Thank you. I just hit my hand on the table. That's not my hand. It's part of my hand. It's my elbow, my weenus. Ow. But let me scroll up. Okay, block time for the above comment. Hi, Munchie. Wait, how did you message retracted? Wait a minute. Rin, how did you block them? Did I add you as a moderator? What is this? Rin, did I give you the power a long time ago? Sally, hello. Hi, Fritz. Hope the piggies are doing well. People hate it when I say God damn, like it's the worst thing in the world. Oh, when I say Jesus, okay, sorry to anyone who takes offense. Um, my mother's religious, so this is just me quoting what had happened. I told my mom, Jesus fucking Christ. I get very frustrated with my mom. I love her, but like, she kind of ruined my life and my father's life. So there's part of me that loves her and part of me that says, hey, you probably should never have been a mother. Or get yourself help before having a child. And not to just bait my father into staying with you. Because, you're pregnant with me. There's something new that you have learned about Munchie. Sorry, Mom, I know you're still alive right now. But hey, there are toxic people in the world, and you get to pick and choose once you're at a certain age which people you want to still have in your life. I've had so much struggle with my mother, but I still love my mother. Same with my father. He probably should have left her when I was a child. It probably would have saved me the anxiety, the panic attacks, the why am I going blank? The violence, all right, the frustrations, the everything. You guys probably, if you like me, you probably understand because something like this probably was in your life too. It's just, it was a very dysfunctional family situation I had with my mom and my dad, and both their sides of the family, both of theirs. All right. I just wish I grew up in a more loving life, but that would not have made me the person who I am today. So, it has happened for a reason. So, if I talk negative about my own life, understand that is with my grace, all right? So, when I said to my mom, Jesus fucking Christ, she's like, and this is my name, by the way, if anybody is not aware, Jessica, Jessica, why'd you say that? Stop it. Stop it right now. Stop it. Sometimes I can still tease my mom, and sometimes she doesn't like it. Depends on the mood. So, yeah, anyways, but if I say Jesus fucking Christ, it's not me trying to be mad at you guys and to shame your religion, but at the same time, it's like, it's not directed at you. So, sometimes people just take really big offense when it comes to religion. And I get it. My mom, her side of the family is Catholic, and my dad's side of the family is Christian. And yeah, they both of those religions don't really get along with one another. So that was interesting. But yeah, anyways, if anybody's wondering right now if I have a religion, that is, I believe in science. I believe that someone made us, but I'll go with proof before anything else. But hey, if you want to pray to a specific God, I will not shun you for it. I think everyone is capable of finding peace and love with religion, all right? So there's my take on that. Let's see. People hitting. Okay. Little Timmy might hear an F-bomb, but at least he'll never buy a Tiny Tails gift. Exactly, right? If you see my content, you might hear a few F-bombs. Well, actually, I try to control myself with that. I usually bleep it out with a pig noise, which I find to be really funny when I use that in some sound clips. But yeah, probably I'm better for your kid than most people, maybe. Yeah, just go with that, lol, RJ. Piggies are doing wonderful. Thanks for asking. Munchie, hope you're doing well. Good to see you back. Thank you. I'm afraid to stand for myself because it always backfires and ends badly. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Some people hate that I speak my mind, and I am not afraid to call out others if what they're doing can be hazardous to the animals involved. Fritz, there is something I've been wanting to get off my chest since 2019 when I blacklisted and made it public only to my Facebook about a rescue that tried to sacrifice mice as feeder mice because they just decided that they didn't want to take care of them anymore at their rescue, even though it was their responsibility, and their morals and values just went out the door when they decided in a shady Craigslist post to list mice that they rescued as feeder mice. And when being called out, they said, well, uh, there's just too many of them, and like, what am I supposed to do? Even though after she was given help by our Facebook group, and I called her out for, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Because I was just, being honest. I'm like, this is not okay. You are literally, you're playing God right now. You've agreed to take that animal in, and now you're trying to sacrifice that animal because you can't take care of it. After she had a few of them being transported elsewhere, because at that time she's like, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't realize you guys can take him in and help me out, even though that's why we made the fucking Facebook group in the first place. She ended up taking in more baby hamsters and more baby animals. Like, she was obsessed with baby animals because it always looks good. That's what we put our 2 cents, is that, like, she always likes taking care of the young ones because that's what gets the clicks. Older animals don't really get the clicks. Baby ones get the clicks. But for me, I don't want baby animals because they tend to suffer the most, and then I emotionally suffer from it. But yeah, I wanted to call her out for the longest time, and you want to know what happened? Is that I decided to make a Facebook post about it. And when I did, I didn't post any receipts because I wanted to see if people would ask for them. And they did. But you want to know what she did? When I decided to just say, hey, I'm backing out, this is not okay, we're through, we're over, even though there was red flags before that even happened when we found out and she admitted it and I got all the receipts, she was saying that I slandered her, that she's going to lawyer up and she's going to take me down, and that I'm a bitch, and that I'm this and I'm that, and she sent her family after me and her friends. And when her friend that had the smarts to say, hey, could I see receipts? And I gave it to her, she then talked to her and was like, yo, she has receipts. What is this? It looks like you agreed to everything. Yeah, you know what? Snakes gotta eat, and like, it wasn't okay for her to do that. And it's just like, what are you talking about? An animal's life was at stake here. Multiple animals' lives was at stake. I'm sorry if you don't think mice are worth it. You literally had the morals and values of your rescue, and then you decided no. Oh, but I save other animals. Doesn't that count? Yeah, it does count. But at the same time, you are a shady motherfucking person. I can't trust you. And I will let the community know, even though I used to, you know, tag you and recommend you, I just want my own community to know I don't support you. Here's the receipts. And you want to know what? Some people were like, you know what, that's too much. And they backed away from her, which is great. And I had a few people come at me saying, you know what she's saying about you? Here's the screenshots. Take a look. And I'm like, wow, that's insane. I wasn't calling her names. I wasn't doing any of that. I just said I'm not working with her because her morals and ethics don't align with rescuing animals. And and I want you as the public to be aware of this. And so her own rescue volunteers came at me saying, like, give it a rest. Like, you guys are supposed to be lovey dovey, together with animals. But you know how many corrupt rescues are out there? Sorry, I'm getting really heated. There's tons. There's tons that turn into hoarding situations. There's tons that don't provide vet care or receipts or anything like that. There is tons out there. They're only doing it for clout, which there was another person who made a comment about this individual saying she's only doing it for clout. And honestly, until the whole thing just blew over and I was like, what the fuck? Then I was like, you know what? Maybe she is doing it for clout because she's only taking baby animals. And she's just taking and saying, oh, I have too much. I don't know what to do with them. Oh, I'm overwhelmed. But never giving herself a break. And somehow she's still functioning to this day as a rescue. And the crazy part is, in one of the screenshots that the friend sent to me, the ex-friend actually sent to me, was that I was going to ruin this person, even though I never made it apparent on YouTube because it only wanted to be affected in my community that was close, which usually on Facebook if you live within anywhere in Washington or even in Oregon at the time when we were doing adoptions in Oregon. I wanted people to be made aware that this person I partner with, I'm not partnered with anymore. I should have made that video because when I tried bringing it up like a year later because Facebook decided that it was going to delete bulletins because it used to be a bulletin. When I reposted it, people got mad at me for reposting it, saying, she's learned since it. No, she has not learned. She never said sorry. She said sorry for not contacting us. She never said sorry for the animals that were involved. And the crazy part was that up until I called her out, she was still asking for donations for those specific animals while she was listing them as feeders on Craigslist. And it sucks because in my rescue network today, there was a few people that, like, there's this do not adopt out to group or do not work with group, and I was invited to one, and I never really post in there. But I decided, hey, I don't think anyone is aware of what happened here, so I'm going to post. And you want to know what really fucking pissed me off about that? Was there was a few people in there that was like the exact same. The whole thing about like, oh, this was years ago, she's doing a lot better now. Good, I guess. I'm glad she's helping animals, but at the beginning, I mean, she was keeping guinea pigs in bin cages. The 200 quart sterilite bin cages, that is. That was a red flag where I was like, oh, I didn't know you're allowed to. I guess in emergency situations. What else? Whenever I had asked her to please help me take in these animals, I'll go out to physically get them if she can house them because I am full right now, she would agree. And then when it comes to transporting down to her, and said, okay, just want to let you know I'm dropping them off at so-and-so's house so they can transport them down to you. Oh, I'm sorry, I just took in these baby guinea pigs and I have no more room. Girl, you agreed with me that you were going to take this animal in. And now you're saying that you no longer can? That's putting me in a bad situation. That's putting the animal I just rescued for you in a bad situation. That was the red flag where I was like, I don't know if I can trust this person. It's really sketchy. I don't understand it. Why taking it in, then saying you're overwhelmed, and then taking more in, and then posting about it online? It fucking pissed me off. But what pisses me off more is people just dismissed it. Someone that could sacrifice an animal like that, even if they didn't do it, and they were just desperate, and they never sent any to a feeder. You know what happened last year? Arizona. I think it was Arizona, right? From California to Arizona. They transferred over all those critters from a California shelter to an Arizona shelter. And you want to know where those fucking animals ended up? Sorry, not the fucking animals. The animals from that fucking situation ended up. From that fucking shelter and the fucking CEO, director, every bullshit thing. They ended up at a reptile home that took them all in, most of them, because some of them were still able to be saved and returned. But in the enclosures that they were transported in, they ended up as reptile food. People that are meant to protect our animals, and they ended up as reptile food. Yes, reptiles gotta eat, but these animals were labeled as adoptable pets. There is literally so many like reptile feeder breeders out there that they will freeze their animals and do it ethically. At least for some of them that we're aware of, they do it ethically. Others maybe not so much. And they make them for pet snakes and things like that. And it's all controlled. But these were pets. And how they disposed of them, I have no idea. Were they just running around and the snakes went plump? Or were they bashed over their heads and frozen? Or were they injected? Like, you just don't know. So, for people that are like that, I have trust issues. And if you guys would only sit down for like maybe a couple days with me, and I just constantly were chatting about all my experiences I've ever had with other people, you would have trust issues as much as I do. I had one of my best rescue friends betray me. And I do not ever want to talk about that because it fucking hurt. But I just hope for the best. But I never wanted to talk about that ever, and I don't think I ever will. But what they're doing for the animals is what I care about. So that's good. Even if they were a shitty person to me, a shitty human to me, them doing goodness for the animals is what matters. They didn't abuse the animals. They did wonderful things for the animals. It's just when it came to just respecting me, they did not. Hey! Oh, no. Do not chase your sister. Linus likes chasing his sissy. And Lucy's like, no. And she is a drama queen. So if he just tries to swat her butt, she hisses and screams as if she's dying. And I did not want you guys to listen to Liney? Come here. Can you guys hear him? I don't know if you can. I went on a tangent. I probably should catch up with what you guys were saying. So sorry about this. Let me just get the screen back where it's bright enough so you can actually see me. Let me just scroll down. Some people hate that I speak my mind. What? I don't think I'm a mod. I thought that was just showed up on my end. Lol. If you were a mod, you would have a blue wrench beside your name. The person who made that comment must have retracted their own message. Oh, thank you, Fitz. I appreciate letting me know. Munchie lore drop. Oh my gosh, yes, it's my lore drop. It's hard to love parents who hurt you, but they are usually hurting too. Exactly. Like, my counselor says that I'm so wise because I understand. I understand what I need. I understand why my parents did what they did. I understand my dad's upbringing. I understand my mom's upbringing. And I understand my mom's choices as an adult to not get help. So thankfully, I myself got myself help because my parents never once really looked into the mental aspect of that. And my dog wants to come out. Minty, really? I'll be right back. Hey, Luce. Come. You want to say hi to everyone? No, I want to pick you up. Don't freak out. Hi. Hi. Here's Minty. Here's my old senior girl. Here she is. Here's Minty. She looks so ancient right now. You're such an ancient girl. She's so embarrassed. Hi, Fina. Hold on. You want to see the big dog? This is her. Her name is Fina. Say hi. She is so freaking huge. Last I weighed her, 27.4 pounds. Yes, hi. Hi. All right, anyone want to take some guesses as to what you think she is? I believe she's got some cattle dog in her. She's got some German Shepherd maybe because of the pointy ears. But she might have some black lab in her too because she has such long legs. But she's still very short. Long legs, but still short. Yes, hi. Hi, thank you for the legs. All right. And I could pick up a German Shepherd, but I'm not going to do that because Zelda just... She weighs... I wouldn't say she weighs a lot. She weighs 59 pounds, but... that could break me because I have my shoulder issues. So there's that. Oh my fucking god, a rescue did that? Oh my god, that's just wrong in so many ways. What the fuck? Hello, hi guinea pig. Hi guinea pig. Wait, what happened? Leia, catch me up, lol, and wow. She's telling us about a rescue from back in 2019 that decided one day they had too many mice and put the mice up for feeders. Let me at her. Oh wow, I'm Scottish. That's not okay. I love mice, dude. I love you. I love your honesty. Get sub to. Oh, thank you. So she made a post on personal Facebook about it, and well, literally similar to what we are dealing with at the moment. Makes sense. What rescue is this about? Yeah, many rescues are bad, unfortunately. Not sure which rescue it is, but I can't believe they do that. For real. I'm going to bed. Bye! Bye, Margaret! Oh, I babbled on for way too long and I missed you, so I'm sorry if you're not here anymore. But take care. That's crazy. As a snake keeper, I'm so sorry about the snake keepers who use their snakes as an excuse to mistreat rodents. There's one in northern Idaho, or Ohio. I say Idaho. Oh my god. That. Why do I feel like Idaho is Ohio and Ohio is Idaho? Why do they, in my mind, feel like they mesh when they don't? I've driven through Idaho. I'm sure Ohio is nothing like Idaho. I'm so proud of driving through from Washington all the way down to freaking Arizona for 24-hour, no sleep travel by car. I did that. And then I had to travel all the way back up for 25 miles, or 25 hours. Back up to Washington. It was worth it. It was so worth it. It was so much fun. And that's where I found Doggo. Anyways, let's see. The guinea pigs were in filthy, tiny cages with sales posts to get free guinea pigs with a cage. A lot of the rescues and people called them out. Ugh. Ugh. There are some people that are pet stores disguised as rescues and vice versa, where they're like, hi, I'm a rescue. And it turns out, no, you're a breeder and you're disguised as a rescue. There's those people too. It's not very well regulated here. It's crazy. Like in Oregon, they push so many pet fines, but they don't actually regulate rescues very well. So there's that. It's kind of hard and difficult. But then again, in America, we have such terrible pet laws that really anyone could abuse an animal and get away with it. Yeah. If it wasn't for the internet, I mean, a good thing for the internet, people would not be held accountable, and it would be hard to keep track of these things unless you have paper trails, and by then how many animals have been abused, that's a hoarder situation. A lot of times people who end up starting off as rescues or private rescues, will then end up on the hoarder's path, and that sucks. Now remember guys, because I had to fact check someone, or not fact check, but like fact check them saying, hey, that's not actual factual. Hoarding doesn't mean you have X amount animals, all right? If you think you have a lot, but they're all being well cared for, and they all have had vet visits, or they're on good amends. If they were sick once before, they're on antibiotics, you're actually taking care of them, they all have good habitat and stuff, that's not a hoarder. People define having many animals as being a hoarder instead of a caretaker. And people just like throwing hoarder around, when a hoarder means you can't mentally or physically take care of an animal, let alone yourself. And responsibilities start piling up, and you can't get to those responsibilities. There's been times when it's been very emotional, physical exhaustion for myself, but I still put the animals first. And some people, when they can't do either, and or maybe they went to the hospital, came back, and they were in a situation where nobody can take care of them, then their animals start to suffer, and they're like, oh shit, I can't tend to my animals because I'm sick. And then they get sick for a long time. And that's also another thing too. If you don't have support and you're just doing it solo by yourself, and you have this X amount of animals, yeah, I could turn into that. It sucks. I get it. I know how it happens. I can see it coming. I mentally can take a step back and go, okay, that's probably where it stemmed from. That's what happened. That little accident, and then it just went out of control. I get it. But just saying someone has X amount of animals and that's a hoarder for you is fucking bullshit. Anyways, just want to put my 2 cents in there. Anyways, I've been subbed to Munchie's Place for at least 3 years now. I love her boldness and how she speaks the truth and isn't afraid to tell the truth. Yeah, I can tell you a lot of things, like what's on my mind. If you ask me a decent question, like if you really want to know the tea, I'll give you the tea. Unless I feel like it might be not so great, then I can not share that type of tea, but then try my best to answer your question anyways, if that makes sense. Yes, you're a lot like her. I think you do not get the recognition and appreciation that you deserved. Liv, oh, thank you. Thank you for all the hard work you do. I know the animals appreciate it too. What was I going to say? Wait, let me see that again. I don't think you get the recognition and appreciation. I feel like over the years, since people have come and go, and I think we're still at 74K, and I know a lot of those people don't watch me anymore on YouTube. I feel like I definitely did receive it. I received it too fast in 2019, I remember that, and then it quickly started dying down because of the pandemic. But honestly, if I could just talk to a few handful of people every now and again, I feel like everything's good. I feel like I understand that you guys love and appreciate me. So thank you. That does mean a lot. Definitely a red flag. Speak the truth. Call people out. Call them out. Do it. Yes and no, I believe speaking the truth and making people aware of the reality of the shit that happens, but I will also try to protect the other person's identity for safety. Yeah, because the other person could retaliate too. That's the thing. And sometimes I wish I could have made a YouTube video, but at the same time, I knew that if I did, you can't control your audience. I remember there was a lot of people back then, they were like, PewDiePie, take accountability for your audience, because they were just obnoxious children at the time, or obnoxious young adults, or obnoxious teenagers. And he couldn't. It just was crazy out of control. And there was a few other YouTube channels that were like that too, where they had to remove their comments for a bit because it just got so abusive. Because people are just trolling and being assholes and all this crazy stuff. So, yeah. I think back then I also did not want to post about it to such a big audience either, because I feel like they would go after the person and then the person could end up doing something really stupid. And also it's just like, hold on, wiggle, 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 yeah, come back up. It would probably also like get me involved in a way that maybe I didn't want to be involved. Like, yes, I want to make it very apparent, but no, I also don't want to drag this shit up to millions of people. Not millions, but thousands. Sorry. I'm not in the millions. No. I never, like back then I wanted to be famous because that's what everyone wanted when they were teenagers. And now I don't want that. I never really did. Not truly. Because I understand now that my happiness is not in numbers. It is in feelings. So I want to be surrounded by good feelings. But unfortunately, In rescue, you can't always be surrounded by good feelings. Anyways, does this not sound very familiar? Lol. Hoarder reseller. Yeah, I dealt with one who was also a druggie. Oh, ouch. I'm sorry to hear that. I did have, when I went to rescue some animals, there was some situations where I feel like they were mentally not okay. I wouldn't say that they're necessarily a druggie, but I know that mentally the reason why the animal was in such poor care. I mean, mentally the reason why the animal was in such poor care was because of I knew that they were battling mentally with themselves and their health. So there's that. There's also that. Anyways, I wish someone would speak up about K dot dot dot. K. Guinea pig mania. Right? Do you live in Washington? K sounds familiar. Say yes if you do. There's some people who are also content creators that claim to be a rescue and they aren't. They also purchase piggies at pet stores and rehome to take more in. Okay, so I guess I could talk about this now because I don't believe the person is on YouTube anymore. But I remember back when I was in the pet community, everybody was just taking on more and more animals. And it just started to become more of collecting rather than really seeming like they understood, you know, under understood what they were doing and what it seems like to their fans and stuff was just collecting reptiles and animals like Pokemon instead of just taking it easy, gradually over time, getting an animal. And I found out that a few YouTubers that took in these animals, that made videos about these animals, ended up, after a while, rehoming their animals. Now, I don't know their situation. It might seem to some that they went way too fast and they got rid of them, but then they got rid of them because they themselves realized it and wanted to make sure the animal was well taken care of. So that's the hard part. You want to be mad at them, but if you understand that they understood that what they were doing was impulse getting, making content, it's not the same. It's not. So if people recognize their failures and then admit to those failures, I think that's the great part because that means they learned. And there's been times when there are people out there that they don't learn and they keep doing it. Now, those are the people that you should be mad with because you see them time and time again taking in rehoming, taking in rehoming. And you know deep down, ethically wise, it's not, the person's not a good person. But if they got a bunch of animals, realized their mistakes, and rehome because they wanted the animal to be better off, that's fine. You shouldn't be mad. People learn. So I remember when a YouTuber around that time decided to rehome their animals because mentally they were not in a good place and there was a lot of life changes. People attacked them. There is stuff out there that people will never know about me that if I say one thing, people are going to assume the worst and attack me. And I get it. And I understand because I have seen it firsthand on YouTube. And the crazy part is, even if you try to get mad at these people, even if they were rehoming because they learned and they realized that, you know, the animal would have been better off because they themselves know that they're going down a dark path, you're never going to find them in real life. You're never going to be their parents in real life. You got to realize that once they fade from YouTube, which is what this YouTuber did, they faded from YouTube. They're no longer on YouTube, but they're still in the community, so they still have friends that they talk to and stuff like that. Like, eventually it'll not matter to those people if you are just like, how dare you, because at the end of the day, once you say that 2 cents, they're not going to hold on to that 2 cents, and they're probably not going to see that 2 cents, and you're probably not going to remember that 2 cents unless it really resonated with you and you got really upset for some reason, even though they're not your animals. You see what I'm saying? So I have witnessed and watched a lot of stuff on YouTube where I'm like, that's not okay. That seems fine, but the audience doesn't think so. I remember when Victoria Rachel, her hamster fell off of her, and they were fine afterwards because I think she was sitting in a chair at that time. And this was around the time when I started to slowly become a rescue, and I was talking with her a lot. And I remember, like, maybe a couple days after that or a week after that, her hamster passed away. But they passed away due to other reasons. It's not that they fell off and they injured themselves. But everyone just put her on blast. And I just felt so bad for her. At the same time, my brain, because everyone else was going there, was like, huh, that's a coincidence, isn't it? But it could have just been a coincidence. We will never effing know. Unless you see her, like, hitting her hamster, there's, like, no way to think that, like, she deserves all the hate that she's getting. It was a freak accident. There's been so many hamsters with freak accidents here at Munchie's place, for God's sakes, where I have had Syrian hamsters leap out of my arms when they were perfectly okay, and then they land, thankfully like a cat, on all fours, and I'm like, oh my God, did you break anything? Are you okay? I give them some, what is it? Ibuprofen? What was it? Amoxicillin? Oh God, what's pain relief? Anyways, I give them like pain relief that my vet let us have, and I haven't been to the vets in a while. By the way, it's just been very sudden deaths after the others, so there's really been no hamsters or gerbils or mice going to a vet's. So God, I'm starting to even forget what medicines I'm giving. No, it has to be amoxicillin. No, amoxicillin is the antibiotic. So then doxycycline is the other stronger antibiotic. So what is it that I'm thinking of that's a painkiller? I forgot. Why am I going blank? It's in the other room. I could just run and grab it. But anyways, you just give them a little bit of painkiller for like upwards of 3 days, and they're okay. God, the internet is just brutal. I'll just be honest with you. People can be so obnoxiously unreasonable. But then, how's the guinea pigs in a tote bin? Hamsters can be in bin cages, not guinea pigs. Oh yeah, we're talking about the person that gave me red flags when she said that she houses guinea pigs in bins. Yeah, yeah. But we all start from somewhere, don't we? Don't get me started on the tote bin. Are you still friends with Jake? Jake? Oh, you mean Waffles. Is that Jake? Okay, I see Jake's asking me about if I'm friends with Jake. So do you mean Jake Waffles? Because yes, I'm still friends with Waffles, if that's the Jake that you're asking about. Otherwise, I had a boyfriend, online boyfriend named Jake. And, no, we're not friends. That was such a long time ago, though. Live feeders aren't great for snakes, but it is cruel for the rodents. Yes, actually, if you give your snake live feeders, it can both damage the snake and cause infections to the snake if they start biting under the scales and stuff, or it causes tremendous amounts of pain to the animal. So it's just better to human intervene and just feed them thawed frozen. So there's that. There are some snakes out there that refuse to eat, that will starve, and then they just pass away if you don't give them like a live feeder, and it sucks. But you know, it is what it is. You try your hardest until they refuse. Because that was what happened at the pet stores I used to work at. There was at least 3 snakes in my time that would not eat, even though they were still very young. They would not eat anything but live. And it sucked. Because it's either the snake's going to die, because we kept taking it to the vet, and the vet kept saying it's losing more and more and more and more. You have to start feeding it. So they opted, even like the vets were saying, okay, at this point this is getting ridiculous. Feed them alive, see if they'll take it, otherwise the snake is doomed. And they took it. There's only 3 snakes that ever did that. And there was one snake in my sad career. I mean, my career's not sad, but like the pet store's sad. The pet store industry is so sad. Miserable thing. But anyways, snake degloved itself, but not in our care. Someone rescued the snake because I had told the person that, hey, the snake looks miserable. I don't know what's going on. My boss refuses to get it seen. We just got it in, and yeah, it turns out it degloved itself. And I think when that happened, it died. I really don't know how that happened. It's been so long since that happened. That was back in like 2017 or 18. Don't remember. But it was miserable and sad. That's so mean. 100% yes. Was that a dog or a cat? Lol. I only heard bells ringing. Oh, wait. I hear meowing. Hug. Sorry, while you were on your tangent, I was too. Meow, meow. I love you. Speak your mind. Your kiddos reminding you who really matters. Lol. Cute doggy. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Doggy. Another cute doggy. Oh my god, doggy. Sorry, I'm playing catch up. Lab mix. Hey. Breeza returns. Pit Bull Terrier, Black Lab, possible German Shepherd. God, do you think she's a pit? That muscle. I mean, not that muscle. That, face structure does not look like a pit to me. You know what? I'll eat my words. If I DNA test her and it turns out she is part pit, I will eat those words out. Anyways, I'm guessing she's just very adorable black dog. Yes. The ADHD is crazy. Me too, lol. Oh my god, yeah, tell me about it. Like, I haven't talked to any of you guys in such a long time, so of course, like, my train is just this end, and this end. By the way, my counselor thinks I do not have ADHD, but my partner does. But I have been told 100% I do not have ADHD, even though I asked them. I guess, have such a terrible concentration sometimes when I just go down a tangent. But otherwise, I can focus just fine. I can concentrate just fine. I don't have any jitters. It's just sometimes I just lose my focus because I think I get stressed. I think my brain gets stressed, that's why. Animal hoarding has no specific number to exceed. If they're well cared for, then it doesn't count. Yes, exactly. I have a plan of action in mind. If I ever get sick and can't keep up with my fleece cleaning, I'll get disposable bedding. It will lessen the responsibility each day. Fitz, you want to know what someone said on YouTube when I was using some reusable liners, both donated liners and ones that you could just reuse and throw them in the wash? I was told that, I wouldn't say that they told me I was a terrible person, but they made me feel like a terrible person because they're like, oh my god, that's so toxic, that's so dangerous. Yes, it is true. Guinea pigs have chewed the puppy pad liners. I know people have used them before, and we had to use them for a little bit because it's just like trying to clean guinea pig reusable pads ended up making them really gross, dirty, and I just donated or threw them away after a while because it just, fleece just doesn't really work, man. It just really doesn't. It's just so much money in detergent and laundry. But when we were using that, yeah, we were called terrible things. Even though in the community they're like, yeah, that's acceptable if it's not visible. And they weren't visible. Sometimes I had one pair of guinea pigs that just wanted to dig under their fleece and just rip them all out. They didn't die, but at the same time, it's all like, I don't want you chewing that. Why are you chewing that? That's not good for you. So I had to put them back to Aspen. And even that was annoying to clean up. So there was times when you saw me using fleece, and sometimes you saw me not using fleece. It was for those specific reasons. But because of the way the internet works and how yelly everybody is, you're doing it wrong. It just made me further not want to have guinea pigs because I understood what was happening, and I understood I didn't want that to happen. But God, if one person saw those blue liners, if it was slightly poking out, terrible person. I'll just be honest. Sometimes I hate people, but I only hate the specific people who are very unreasonable and are not very nice. Anyways. Have you ever seen anyone or know of anyone that owns pet piranha fish? I know it's banned off a state list in US, but you can have one. I'm curious on your fish knowledge. Oh God, no, I don't know anybody who's ever had one. But I do know that there was a, oh, what are they called? It's the poisonous lion. It was like the lionfish, you know, with the stripes and everything. That a pet store in Washington State has. But do not ever touch it because you will die. Hi, hello there. I know someone who wanted a piranha, and I told them if they get one, I'm unfriending them because just one is bad. And then they were talking about putting it in a small tank. Just like with goldfish, going down that path. Your loyal subscribers will always be here for you, Munchie. Thank you. And I hope too. It's just like, I hope you guys are all, I know you guys aren't all brain dead. You guys aren't. But like I like to say to people, if I ever am not your cup of tea, I want you to think for yourselves about being here at the channel. Because I love you guys too. But at the same time, I want you to do what's best for you. So please do your research. Anyways, do you have a way of contracting, like an email? Contacting, not contracting. Oh my god. Contracting. Sorry, I'm trying to read here. I tried your rescue one on Facebook and I don't think it worked. No, Facebook messages is not open. And right now I'm not really responding to anyone via email, anyone via Instagram, nothing. I don't like it when people message the rescue for non-rescue related stuff. Um, if you're asking for advice, you can ask right now. This is a good spot. Otherwise, I've had people message the email and trying to take my time away from doing other things and not a good time and saying, hey, I know you rescue, but this isn't rescue related, but I want you to, answer me because I need advice. I'm not an advice person. I mean, yes, I am, but like only in specific videos. So I just want everyone to be aware. Please respect me boundaries. Rescue email is only for someone who is inquiring to surrender, to adopt, to transport, to volunteer, to foster, things like that. Or to partner if you are a rescue. But for now, I am not having anyone reaching out to me. I don't want anyone reaching out to me. I know that sounds really mean. Please don't reach out to me unless it's on here. Then I'll see it and I may respond. Anyways, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a famous pop singer like Michael Jackson. Now. Instead, I'm a guinea pig content creator. Lol. Oh my god, me too. Lol. I'm in Tennessee. Lol. Lots of lols tonight. It's referring to another guinea pig content creator. Oh, okay, no problem. To protect their identity and avoid anyone potentially going on their channel to cause trouble, I don't want to release that info specifically, but I don't know who she's referring to. Yes. You mean the GPS and the kiddie pools bits? No. So, I guess because you guys are talking about another content creator, I guess I would also chime in on this because I've also thought about this too. When it comes to just talking, but not specifically talking about someone just to protect their identity, but at the same time, it's like you are talking behind their backs. just being honest. Unless they have absolutely done something terrible and or they have just not behaved very well to the community or maybe to feedback in general, I would say just be very careful with that because I realize that there has been times in the past where I have kind of under the rug talked about someone, but it wasn't bad. It was just in the way that I didn't want someone to think that I was talking bad when I was generally concerned and was just trying to talk amongst other people to see what their thoughts were. But at the same time, I also realized that whenever I see hate being directed towards me on a forum or something like that, where they're like, oh, I don't really like her, she's, or she dramatizes stuff where I really don't. It's just my happy personality, which it's hard because it's when you're happy and you know it, people shoot you down. When you're happy, you know it, people shoot you down. Don't worry, it's happened to me in elementary school. You want to know Munchie lore? Here's some more Munchie lore. I was told in 5th grade, or it was 4th grade, by my best friend at the time, who is not my best friend anymore because she treated me so poorly, and I realized that at a later time in my life that she was not a good friend. She was a controlling friend, that I was very shy. And so when I was in a group with her and other friends, and when I tried to be happy and voice my opinions and just my thought process and just be all bubbly and excited, I was shot down. I was told that if I don't settle down, I can no longer sit with my girlfriends. And you want to know what's even worse is that when I got happy and excited, I was shot down, but when they got happy and excited, the same energy level that I was bringing to the table as what they were bringing to the table, that was fine. They were very hypocritical for being 9, 10 years old. You'd be surprised. People in kindergarten clicked with each other very quickly, and they just casted you out. So it's like, how the heck did they know that? How did they do the Mean Girl thing? They're not even old enough to even watch Mean Girls. Mean Girls didn't even come out at the time I was in kindergarten. How did they be that mean? When the guys ended up spending time with me in kindergarten, and he, like, for my birthday, printed out Sailor Moon for me and gave it to me, and I was like, oh, this is so cool, thank you so much. I was told to rip it up, or else I couldn't hang out with some specific girls because they got jealous, because they liked the dude for whatever reason. I didn't understand love at the time, but they got so jealous in kindergarten when they were 5 and 6 years old, and they told me to rip it up or that I have to hang out with the losers. Isn't that fucked up? That is so fucked up. Yeah, people are awful. So there's some munchy lore for you. Like I said, I can't release specific details. Protect the identity. Please respect that. Yeah. Because, I mean, North California, there's Guinea Pig crater. Yeah, let's change the subject. Just to be respectful, guys. Meloxicam. Meloxicam! Thank you! Oh my god, how did I forget Meloxicam? How did I forget that? Oh my god. I think we should let her catch up again. Good morning. Luis, hello. Good night. It's really late for me now. It's 10:53. I'm probably going to wrap this up. Let Munchie catch up. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But sometimes you will have to let that you will have one that does. It's always important to watch the behavior of any pet and do what works for each individual pet. Yes, I've heard of it before. Oh yeah, it wasn't for advice. Lol. I mean, she's terrible in my opinion. Not you, Munchie. Bad tuber. I feel like there are some people out there that would say that I'm a bad tuber, though. That's the thing. We always just got to be mindful and careful about that. I realize now as a older adult, I'm old, that maybe we should just let go unless they truly, like, something needs to be said. Like, I've made some videos when it comes to, like, concern. Like, I never wanted to be mean to the creator, but at the same time, creator just wasn't thinking when they put animals in harm's way. If they put an animal in harm's way, then I would say that's a cause for concern, but let's also be mindful. Yeah. This is bringing me back to really bad flashbacks of when I was following all these YouTubers on Twitter. And back then, and I'll say this now, back then when Taylor and Nicole Dean was a part of the PetTube community, before everything came out about what we know about what happened, I remember that everyone was getting upset with her and was shaming her and calling her a bunch of names. And I had still had her on Twitter, and I wasn't keeping up with her videos at all. I didn't know what happened. I didn't know what she was saying. And all of a sudden, even though I saw everyone was attacking her, I'm like, guys, dude, you're being really harsh. Like, they were literally, like, name-calling her. I remember that. And when I was like, whoa, can we just calm down here? I got attacked personally by saying, oh my god, you're defending her. No, I see you guys are being really harsh with her. Like, why are you name-calling her? What is happening here? A good friend of mine later on told me what she did to a specific group of people. But then it just felt like there was something going on with her, that I knew something was not right. And when someone gets put down and attacked so many times, you can kind of sense something's not right. Like, they're going through something that they just don't want to talk about, which we later found out when she actually did come back a year later, because it popped up in my feed even if I wasn't following her anymore, because I was so scared about what people were telling me that I was like, oh, okay, distancing myself, even though, like, I feel bad that I'm distancing myself because of what other people are saying. But if this is what she did, then whatever. That was a hard time. I was dragged through the mud just for saying, hey guys, let's not name call. But yeah, I remember that, because back then Twitter wouldn't line up all of the text messages correctly. So there was some actual text messages on Twitter that was out of alignment. So there would be somebody's, like, long chain text, which didn't make sense because part of it was missing. And then when I figured it out, I'm like, oh, that's what's missing. But I remember I didn't know her. And I was told, and I have screenshots of it somewhere, that I'm a terrible person because I support Taylor Nicole Dean at a time when everyone was following Taylor, and I had not a fucking clue what the hell had happened with her at all. But I knew something was not right with her. And we find out later she was in an abusive, toxic relationship with a man that was drugging her up. And she became a drug addict. And it took her such a long time to get away from that. So I knew something was going on. But at the same time, she did stuff to certain people that was not okay. And I think she even said in the video, but it's been a while since I've ever seen that video because I only watched it once, that I think she did apologize. But if she apologized to those specific people, I'm not so sure if she one-on-one did. So, actually, you know what? I'm very curious. Now that we're talking about Taylor Nicole, I want to see if she's actually posting. Nicole Dean. Hey, look at that. I still have that. Oh, she looks different. 3 weeks ago, 2 new geckos. Meet all my new geckos. Okay, she got geckos now. But, like, her icon looks so different. Wow. I hope she's doing okay. That's the thing, too. It's just, like, you don't want to be an absolute ass to people. Like, even the person that, you know, wanted those mice to become feeders because she was overwhelmed. Like, I didn't like her ethics. But I would never wish anything to harm come from her. Come to her. Come from her. Let's hope not. Let's hope not. But yeah, it's just for me. I think if you are a terrible person that deserves death, it's because you killed someone or you did something atrocious to someone against their will. That person deserves death, and I stand by that. But yeah, when it comes to just internet stuff and people just needing to learn, you know, they're gonna learn on their own. They're gonna learn the hard way. But like, what happened to me, I still feel like was not great. And then I remember, and this is another thing. I remember I was talking to Jeremy. He is a old friend or old pal on YouTube. I don't think we clicked as much as I had hoped because I think at that time back then we were all just kind of in our own pet YouTube kind of sphere. And so everyone wanted to play Among Us. And I wanted to play Among Us with everyone. And so we start adding people. And it turns out a lady that I found out from the group chat because he added everyone to it, that I could no longer play with them. And Jeremy said there was someone in the group that told him that they just simply would not want a game with me because it was me. And when I asked Jeremy what I did, like what's going on, could someone just like let me know what did I do? I would like to apologize. He told me, you know, that was impossible. And so I did my own sleuthing. I went through and I looked at everyone that was in that group chat. And there was one person that blocked me. And the only thing I could think of at that time for why someone would block me was because of those Taylor Nicole Dean tweets. Or maybe it's something that I said. When it comes to a hoarding situation where they, like I said earlier in this chat, when someone thinks that you have a certain amount of animals, even if you're taking care of them, even if they are being given adequate care and health checkups and things like that, someone just was ripping into a girl that looked up to me, that saved a bunch of baby hamsters, Syrian hamsters, and she got 20 Preview 528 cages at the time so they can all have their own individual setup. And him and this other person called her a hoarder. And I defended the fuck out of her because that was not okay. And I remember I had that conversation on Twitter. So there's 2 terrible times for me on Twitter. One was the Taylor Nicole Dean, not understanding what was happening, people just thinking I defended her. And the second one was the whole hoarding thing. It fucking broke my heart. I was not able to play with other YouTubers for Among Us, and I was outcasted again. And that just trickled down to when I was in 5th grade, like I just said to you guys, where I felt like I was just Nobody liked me. I was outcasted. I was told to shut up. But yet other people can do other things. I've had so many people walk over me. And this is where I have trust issues again. Where it's like when I take someone in that I absolutely love, and then they just trample on over me. It fucking ruins me. So every one of those goddamn bitches. I was gonna slam that, but I didn't want that going everywhere. I realized I'm not gonna be everyone's cup of tea, and they will not even think twice about, well, does she deserve it? I don't think so. But hey, you can't please everyone. You gotta move on. I gotta move on. But I want to be a people pleaser. Anyways, reading your comments. Oh shit, you guys, we're talking a bunch. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, I'm trying to catch up. Oh, it's 6:53 here in the morning. I created a short clip of someone doing something that could have been potentially harmful to the animal. I blocked their voice out of the music. I hid their face. I didn't name their channel for privacy, and it blew up in my face. Oh, yep. And not me, and you are being harassed. Now, my boy Mateo has the major zoomies right now. Oh, that's cute, Mateo. And blamed for everything, llama. Oh, hey. Hi, Randy. That was great. That was grade 6 for me. Grade 6. Oh, Randy, that was grade 6. About what I just said, yeah. You can't please everyone. Facts. Hey, Munchie, just wanted to drop by and say hi. I'm glad you're alive and well. Thank you, Poe. It's nice to see you guys as well. Even if I don't get to see you regularly anymore, I still appreciate you guys. Anyways, it's really late here. This is a good place to end it right now. I hope you guys are okay with me doing that. But, hey, I got some stuff off of my chest. Yay, she caught up! Lol. This person caught up finally. Now she's leaving us. I'm sorry. I've been streaming for an hour and 36 minutes. I am overheated like I usually am when I make YouTube videos. And I have monitors on, so that's why. And I also got very heated. And my emotions are high. Your body temperature changes. You know how that goes, right? 2 a.m. for me, too. You're good. 1 a.m. for me. That happens with most streamers. I know. I used to stream on Twitch. Here's some more lore for you guys. Before I went back to YouTube, because I left YouTube for Twitch, I used to stream on Twitch, and those lights were so fucking bright, I would be sweating. Oh my gosh. I wonder if I can show you any photo. Oh, that's right. I have my phone right here. You guys, I can't take out my phone to then show you photos. Wait, can I turn this around? Oh, I can. Wait, before you leave. Hold on. Hold on. One moment. Why do I look like I always have dark circles now? Oh my gosh. This is what happens when you are extremely white and everything shows through. Yay! Hold on. Hold on. I have a Twitch thing here. Where is it? Where is it? I want to show you. I want to show you what I used to look like. Or maybe I could just go to my YouTube, but you guys won't be able to hear anything. I mean, not YouTube. Ha, I said YouTube, my Twitch channel. It's still there, but now I don't want anyone to see it. Never mind. Now I'm on Taylor's website. Do. Give me a second. Clicky, clicky, clicky. Don't go anywhere, guys. Don't do it. I want to show you. I used to, and please don't say that I'm weird for doing this. I kind of like taking photos of what I was wearing and what I look like that day when I streamed, because I knew I was going to look back and be like, oh, I remember that. Oh, I remember that. Oh, I did my eyebrows differently that day. Oh, I look terrible. You know, something that yes, it's obsessive. But it also reminded me of good times. So give me a sec. Where's my Twitch? Photoshop, tutorials. Oh, I'm in the wrong album. I'm in Munchie's place for some reason. YouTube, no. Bother. Oh, bother. Where's this? Twitch. Ha, I found it. Twitch screenshots. Oh God. Okay. Oh my God, there's so many. Do you want to see what I used to look like? By the way, please don't get
Don't get mad at me. Here we go. Ready? Ready? Look at me. Look at how many I took. All right, this one's my favorite. Oh, you guys can't see it. Hold on. Oh, wow, that's really small. Wow, you guys can't really see. Oh, there you can see. That's what I used to look like in 2015. Ah, I look so cute. I'm so jealous of my younger self. There we go. Not older self. Hold on. Let's see. What else do I want to show? Oh, and this is my lovely personality right there. Isn't that great? All right, hold on. Oh, I missed that shirt. This was a Rowlet shirt. You see that? That's really cool. Wow, I was so cute. Oh my God. I used to just not like myself because of all the hate I got over the years. People telling me that I was an ugly bitch that had a really huge forehead. Look at this. Look at this woman and her forehead. Such a huge forehead, huh? I used to have thick eyebrows back then. Hold on. Where else? Oh yeah, this. Hold on. No, this is good. This is good. Look at that. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that smirk. Oh, I was so cute. And look at that. I have the Nausicaa little necklace. Let's see what else. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, and these outfits, they're so cute. Okay, so this was, sorry if you're staring at my chest, but that was such a cute top. I'm kind of sad because my bust like blew it up, but that's what happens. Anyways, that was a cute one. I used to do Pokemon Nuzlocke. This was so much fun. This was a setup. See? Basically, this is what ended my channel. I got raided by a guy from Hitbox named Britbong, and he harassed the shit out of me. It was awful. Let's see, is there anything else that's really cute? Oh, I really love this. I don't know why I look so hot in this. Sorry. Oh, it was a necklace. That's right. I really love that necklace. I was like, damn, that woman's hot. Okay, what else? What is there anything else that doesn't look so? Oh wait, that shirt. I miss this Princess Mononoke shirt. It got so what's the word? It got so old. I had it for a decade, and then I was like, you know what? I could just find it again online. I threw it out. I looked for it online. It disappeared. I went to T Fury. I went to the Yeti. Not there. Okay, what else? I'm trying to find the shirt that I want to show you guys because this shirt was so cool, but unfortunately it was so small that my chest could not breathe. I had to be that skinny again because yes, this is very skinny for me in order to wear it. So that made me very upset because my girlies just could not breathe. Oh, that was a good shirt too. Okay, this one was you can see right there Sophia's. Oh shit, what does that say? It's so small. Why is it so small? Sophia's, it's from House Moving Castle. Oh, cleaning service. Haha, I remembered. I'm trying to see if I can find any more shirts. Oh, and this shirt was really cool. Sorry if you're staring at my chest. That had a bunch of anime cats. Look at that. Isn't that so cute? Hey, guinea pig. Thank you. Get dollared. Oh my god. Okay. Tiny PP energy from that radar. How many different hair colors have you had? So many. The different eras of hair colors. Yes. Love the hair color. Or what the hell is wrong with me then? True. That was great advice. Sometimes we just gotta let go, move forward, and we can't please everyone. Exactly. And eventually on the 17th goodbye segment. Oh my god. You guys are calling me out. I don't like this. Stop it. Stop it right now. Okay, let me see if I can. Quiplash. Okay, here we go. That's so funny. I forgot. Arcane. I know Arcane doesn't follow me on YouTube. I don't think so. But we were so close in our responses. That was crazy. This is Quiplash, by the way. It was so fun. In Mother Russia, we tore you. Here in Mother Russia, we tore you with vodka. Okay, that was great. Okay, let's look at another one. All right. Frying dicks in a pan or a pan with dicks drawn into them? What do you think? Sorry. I'm so sorry. This is so lewd. Oh, God. The worst breakfast. Pancakes shaped like Donald Trump's hair or Donald Trump. Look at my smirk. Oh, wait. Where'd I go? Look at that smirk. Look at that smirk. You can kind of see me smirking. By the way, that was a wig, and yeah, I don't think that was the best wig. I used to actually have my hair parted, but now that wig makes me look like I have even bigger hair. Anyways, there was that. Anyways, oh, this was a good one. A body of water you definitely shouldn't swim in. Shark AIDS, God's piss, dat pussy juice, lake piss blood, pisser's lake, duck jizz, and Justin Bieber's pubic hair, lake shit piss, and Dead Sea. Lots of pisses. Do you see this? Piss, pissers, like shit piss. Anyways, let's look at this quiplash. Oh wait, no, that was just me. That's right. Okay, hold on. What else? Oh, here's another one. I thought this was really cool because I used to for Twitch have cookies. So like every time you would come in and you follow me, you get a cookie. It's like, here's Munchie's cookies. The grossest thing you'd put in your mouth for $18, one of Munchie's cookies, Kappa, or any other cookie besides Munchie's cookies. Because I had cookie jar. So every time someone was in chat, they would start racking up cookie points. And so the mascot of the channel was actually a snow leopard. So I had this snow leopard down here moving its tail. And I actually, for a specific amount of time, had a cookie jar next to it. And we would have bear fights. Is there any bear fights I can show you here? Hold on. Hold on. I don't see my bear fights. Well, hold on. Oh, wait. This might be a bear fight. Is this a bear fight? No, it's just blurry hair me when I was dancing. That's right. I would be dancing. You would see me jiggle in my chair. Here, have a Munchie face. You guys love that, right? Anyways, let's see what this one is. The best way to survive a bear attack is expecto patronum. Become a Lover Girls mod, be a mod in the channel. So this is what I'm saying about bear fight, is that whenever we had bear fights, you would get to put your cookies over into one of these corners. So it would be a bear, like a bear, a lion, or a tiger. So it started out with those three. And so they would fight the bear, and whoever won would get cookies, get more cookies. So that's why everyone was saying like be a mod in the channel, become Lover Girl, because if you had mod power, I think there was a higher chance to get cookies, but I'm not so sure. I'm completely forgot. That was a person right there to throw them in with it, throw it in with the bear, not go into the bear pit, not go down into the bear pit in the first place, to climb into his mouth with cookies, lasers. That was because someone, I think, didn't actually respond. That's why lasers is there. That's just generic. Everyone had the same idea, as you can see. Goodbye shows entire Twitch history. I've done that before on lives. I'd be getting ready to end it, and then a comment comes up, and the whole new convo starts. Yes! Oh my god, we're going down this whole new world of when I used to be on Twitch. What was that? I saved that. My sides hurt. Come play with us. Ejaculate and do it. Sometimes after a long day, you just need to. Oh. That's right. I screenshot that because I thought that was perfect. Back then, when you couldn't come up with your own thumbnails, because this was in the beginning of Twitch, when, you know, Twitch, you couldn't do thumbnails like that, like you can today. That's where that came from. Oh, and this was me eating a cheeseburger. Oh my gosh. You guys don't understand the amount of times when people are like, wait, you're a rescue, yet you eat meat? Yeah, let me not get into that. The best way to survive a bear attack, throw it in. Okay, never mind. Is there anything else I can share with you before I go? I kind of wish I could play something for you, but I just... What is this? Did I show that? Oh, yeah. Something you should never heat in the microwave. Munchie's life or Munchie's cookies. Look at my face right here. I'm like, what the fuck? I love everything you do for hamsters. Thank you, Cloud7. Going down not rabbit holes, mouse holes. Yes, all the mouse holes. Oh my gosh. Okay. I want to show you guys stuff. I just wish I could. Oh yeah, and then I had render problems here. So whenever I would try to upload to YouTube, because back then you couldn't really save your live streams unless, I guess, you were Twitch partner back then, which now partners can just be born left and right on Twitch. I tried to re-upload it to YouTube, and look at the render. Look at that. I am pixel. You can't even see my eyes. Blue dye fades so quickly in my hair. Blue dye just fades in general so quickly. Let's see if I can show you what my hair used to look like. Oh my god! Wait, guys! Wait! This is the hair I really loved. Oh, look at my look at my eyes. Wait. Oh, and then the really dark red hair. Look at that. Look at that. I used to look like that. Oh wait, I already showed you that one. Wait, is there any others? I did have to, once I got a new job, I had to dye over the purple and blue hair, so that's what it looked like for a bit. It made me sad inside, but now I can have colorful hair if I want to, but it takes so long to maintain. So, is there anything else I can show you? I wore a hat. Please tell me if you like me in hat. Rate me. Rate my hat. I don't know if I look good in a hat. You guys tell me if I look good in my hat. Oh yeah, and there's my snow leopard right there. Even though I was not the one that created that. Oh yeah, and then disappointed face. What a great screenshot. What a great, I don't know who took that screenshot, but someone took that screenshot. If you guys want to know what I used to stream, maybe this can give you some Darkest Dungeon, you know, right there. Some cool flashbacks to the first game, because I hear there's a second game now and I never played it. What else? Oh, Dark Souls. I played Dark Souls. Everyone loved me playing Dark Souls. That's what I used to look like. Yeah, Dark Souls. Prepare to Die edition. I screamed so bloody much. It was great. Let's see, anything else besides the Nuzlocke? Oh, I used to have shirts. Someone bought my shirt. Yeah, this was Jen. Jen bought my shirt. There was another few people that bought my shirt, but that says Munchie on it. I still have my shirts. Yeah, it's not crazy. I used to have merch, and it was a snow leopard. Please rate my snow leopard. Hold on. Let me go back. Turn green with, I used to have fire engine red hair and cookie monster blue. I had pink and purple. I had blue stripe, purple hair, black hair, and red hair. And Haiti, 7 out of 10. Yes to hat. Maybe a beanie hat. Hat, not hat. Haiti. 7 out of 10. I love Dark Souls. I know you have another YouTube channel too. I can't remember. Was it about Pokemon or Sailor Moon? Oh god, not Sailor Moon. No, that's not me now. That was me in first grade. So, Pokemon, it was Pokemon, but I got rid of it because I'm like, what am I doing this for? You know? What am I doing this for? Anyways, oh wait, Chow, the best game, the best Sonic game ever. I streamed this and nobody watched. My concurring viewers was 20 people, when I used to be almost up to 200 people back then. Back then when everyone was streaming at the same time as me and new people came on, and that just got rid of all of my views. Yeah, because people were like, oh, you're on? Well, she's on, he's on, they're on. Ah, yeah. Hi, how's the hammies? Hi, Wolfie. Hammies are okay. We don't have that many left, unfortunately. We were just reminiscing about my Twitch days. I'm so sorry. The title is very confusing in this video. Let's see. Hold on. Here's some more purple hair. Okay. Oh, I did a timeline. So fresh dye, first wash. So look at how different that is from the first wash. And I always used to wash my hair in cold water. I would suffer. And before second wash. So that's what it kind of looked like. I think that was such a cool thing. I used to do my hair all the time by myself. This was all done by me. No professional. None. So where's the other ones? Hold on. You guys can look at me for a bit. Here. I don't want you seeing all my... Oh, I look so sweaty. It's really hot right now. How are you guys seeing? Where do I label all these at? Twitch emotes and shirt. Oh, I used to have emotes! I never got to use them. Hi, sweetie. Hold on. I want to show you this. I never got to use these. I'm so sad. That was one of them. Yeah, that would have been Shilala. That was my snow leopard. Anyways, there was that right here. That was the sub icon. It was just a paw. This was the bear fight. Look at that. We would have had bear fights. We would have had Munchie Cookie right there. I paid someone to make these, by the way. This is not me. Munchie Love, Munchie Rage, and then that was my shirt. Hold on. I'll blow this up so you guys can see it. Isn't that so cute? You have to say this is cute, right? I loved your color hair so much. Thank you. Oh, definitely do not do the cold showers for hair color thing. Nope. Oh my god, those would make stellar tattoos. That is adorbs. Oh, thank you guys. I'm glad you think so. Man, I like talking to you guys. Now it makes me feel like I want to be back on Twitch. Oh, and this was the drawing process for the person that I hired. That I said specifically I wanted a design for a shirt. And I had to leave Twitch because I was getting harassed. Because guess what? I was a woman. I was just doing my own thing. I wasn't showing anything. Did you guys see anything? The closest thing you could probably see was like a tank. My fun was taken away from me. Yeah. People are so judgy. A lot of them were guys, and either I was obsessed over, which was terrifying considering they knew I had a boyfriend, and I made that very apparent at the time, but they just wanted this fantasy, and it was scary because it's like I'm just friendly to people, and they took it the wrong way, and then they tried to control the situation narrative by saying that they were going to kill themselves. And the crazy part is they were friends first. They were my mod. I put this person as a moderator, and I didn't know the person. And when he started doing that in chat, it was terrifying. I had to block him, and you want to know what he did? He kept making accounts. He kept following me. It was scary. It's scary being a woman. Reconnected. I'm live again. Woo! The other time, too, that was kind of scary was when I had a really good friend. His name was Apple. And there was something I just didn't agree with him on. I know that I was frustrating to deal with, especially when I was like, hi mods, where are you guys? You're supposed to help me. Like, I remember one time I was just so, I don't think I snapped, but it could have been. And I just remember he, I think, was trying to control the situation, and I didn't allow him to control it. And he started calling me names. I remember that, and that just broke my heart because I was like, what the heck? And all my moderators were like, girl, you gotta get rid of him. He is toxic. He just did this one thing. He became a moderator, and he became abusive. Verbally abusive towards me, towards my other mods. It sucks. Like, I couldn't control any of my moderators except for a few good people were just nice. But it's just when you first start out in the online world, it's hard trusting people because you can't see them on the other side. They can only see me. So that makes it a little terrifying because you guys know me. I don't really know you. So, and that's probably what celebs have to go through all the time. Where like everyone knows about them, but none of them really know about people. They try to do their best, but they also try to protect themselves because shit's scary, you know? Wow, that's awful. A husband had a friend in high school who was mentally abusive and trapping for his girlfriend, kept threatening to kill himself if she left. If she didn't leave or if she left. I hate people who threaten like that, controlling and crazy. Yeah. I've known several people like that. That's why sometimes you just gotta be careful. Even though you're friendly to everyone, you don't know the other person on the other side. So, there's that. I didn't mean to make this so depressing, but hey, there's some lore for Munchie again. So if I ever disappear, you get to know a little bit of my background before I do. I do need to sleep soon. Yes, let's all go to bed. Good night, everyone. I'm sorry. I went off on a tangent because I brought up Twitch, and then I got excited because there's some good memories on Twitch, but there's also some terrible ones that made me end wanting to stream on Twitch. But if you guys ever want to game with me on Twitch,
let me know because I got quick-lash. And I would love to have a good laugh with you guys. So take care. Have a good night, everybody. When it comes to the rescue, I'll talk to you more about that later, about what's going to happen to it, because we never really got to the sole purpose of what's going on with my rescue. So take care, everyone. You just checked up on me, that's all. You guys just wanted to chat with me, so thank you. Good night.